Hi, it's Mitz from MyLifeMits. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I thought I would do a different and interesting type of video. I wanted to show you how the Mr. and Mrs. document or journal about the same trip in different ways in the Midori Traveler's Notebook. We went mountain climbing these past couple of weeks, and I thought I would show you how my husband journaled about it in the Traveler's Notebook. So he's using the blue edition Midori Traveler's Notebook. It's actually mine that I gave to him because I wasn't using it and I just felt bad just letting it sit there. So he's really enjoying it so far. He just has one blank notebook in here and the writing board. So his way of journaling is very simple and clean and just the facts, which I think is awesome. It's not something that, I would do that, but it takes up too much time for me, so I'd rather just stick a whole bunch of pictures and make it colorful and just write little things that I remember about the trip. But he just writes here the date, the weather, the mountain name, and the altitude, and like a timeline. We started at 6:50, ended at 12:40. It was just a half-day trip, which was perfect. So he writes things like the highways that we took, if there was parking available, if you have to pay for parking, if there was a washroom available. He also writes if there's various routes to go to the top. We chose the 25 to 30 minute route. So really easy hiking or mountain climbing trip that he writes about in here. He also writes how long it took us to get down, and then he just writes a little blurb about his thoughts about the trip right at the bottom here. And this one was a little bit more detailed. It was a little bit longer, not that much longer. It was still half a day. But he decided to write the course, like how hard it was. We started off really easy, and then near the end of the mountain, like near the end of the course of the mountain climb, I guess it gets really, really difficult. So he expressed that in a graph, which I thought was really, really cool. I would never have thought about that, but I guess he's it's kind of like scientific, but I just thought it was pretty neat that he would decide to do something like this. It's like visual, but it's easy to understand. And so the same thing here, he writes the day, the weather, the mountain name, the altitude, and the highways that we took, how much it cost, parking, washroom, things that we packed in our backpack for the mountain climb, what we had for lunch, things like that. But I just thought this was pretty cool. So let me show you how I did my spread of the mountain hiking. If you want to take a look at how I created this spread, I will show you at the end of the video. I did this for the first time, which is kind of like a clear transfer, and I really liked how it turned out. But anyways, so I did both of the mountain climbing trips into one spread. I wrote the first day, or the first mountain hiking trip here, and then the second one here. I kind of messed up on the stamping, but you can see the dates are clearly stamped there. This is the map of the mountain climb that we did for this one here, and then this picture, my son fell asleep in this baby carrier, which was really nice. It was cute. This is the first time we used a carrier, like a proper carrier for the mountain hiking. So that I took a picture and I put it there. And he picked this leaf up off the ground during this trip, so I decided to keep it in my pocket. It dried up, which was okay, and I just kind of attached it with some packing tape right on top of it. It's nice and small enough that I could do that. So I thought it was nice to keep memories like that. Just added some colorful washi tape. I used watercolor to write in the name of the mountain, and as you can see, really simple and easy. It's not like, it's not like in chronological order like my husband does with the timelines, and it's very organized. Mine is just kind of like blah. Just some snippets of some memories that I've had of the trips, and that's my spread. So I wanted to document my mountain trips. We went mountain climbing twice in the past several weeks, so I wanted to just do both. trips on one page spread, or two page spread here. And some of you probably already know this, but I saw Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, here on YouTube. She did like a tape transfer, I think that's what it's called, but she just applied a regular photocopy paper, or like a magazine picture, or I think it was a magazine clipping that she found, but she just put it on some regular packing tape and she rubbed off the back and it became into like a clear sticker, and I thought that was really, really cool. So I thought I would do that here. I'm going to try, I think I'm going to cut this part out because this is the, you know, the first mountain climb that we did. So I'm going to give this a shot. Maybe that might not, it has to be the same width as the packing tape. So I'm going to give that a try. I put a wash of watercolor here because I want to apply the clear packing tape on top of this so that the green will show through. So I'm just kind of letting that dry up. And the notebook that I'm using here is the Midori brand lightweight paper notebook. So basically you have your clipping here, and you just grab a piece, and I believe it's the ink side up, or like the print facing towards the sticky side of the tape. She uses like a spritzer, like a, what is it called, like a spray bottle to spray some water, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to use a water bottle and just dab a couple of drops on there and just kind of let the water soak in. And I tried doing this with a baby wipe and wiping the back paper part off with the baby wipe, but then the ink actually came off at the same time. So I think it's best if you just use your fingers to rub the paper off. So let's see. Hopefully you can see the paper coming off here. So I think I may have rubbed a little too hard. You can see the bottom part here, the ink totally came out. But isn't that neat? It's so cool. It's like a transparent sticker out of a photocopy. Maybe because it's photocopy it didn't work, but I think that's pretty neat. The top of the mountain is here, signified by like there's like a statue. It's hard to see when I put my hand there, but there is like a white horse statue there, and you can still see it quite clearly here. I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera, but because it's still very clear, I think I'm going to definitely use this. And she mentions that right now it's not as sticky, but once it dries up, these, you know, the sticker will come through. So I think it turned out okay. Maybe I'm just going to cut. So I think it turned out really nice. You can see it's kind of transparent, and you can see the green showing through. It worked a lot better, obviously, on her example, so please do check it out when you can. I will post a link below, but I think it's nice. And I think it kind of looks rugged and dirty in a way, and I think it's perfect because I'm, you know, writing about the mountain climbing, so I think it turned out really nice. So the first mountain that we went to was this one called Jimba-san. So I think I'm just going to write here in watercolor the title. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I thought it'd be really interesting to see how different people journal about the same events differently in the Midori Traveler's Notebook. I just thought it was so neat how my husband had the timelines, and he was so detailed and very organized, where I was just stick a whole bunch of color and pictures and just let some memories, jot down some memories. That would be my way of journaling. I have a whole bunch of other stickers. I have a whole bunch of other pictures that I will probably tip in later onto the page, but for the time being I just wanted to show you how I do the layouts. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I thought it was interesting. I hope you were able to gain some ideas or inspiration on how you can journal as well. Thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate you watching. I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.